afternoon. We are live here at Wisdom Harbor Studios. I'm Andy Andrews. You joined us in Orange Beach, Alabama. We're live at the wharf here, home of the Marlin statues and the world-famous escalator statues. Take a picture of both when you come visit us. And we're glad to be here. If you're just joining us, if you're on Facebook, please click those notifications and turn the notifications on your phone so that you will be notified when we go live. And if you're on YouTube, click the subscription button. Share us if you're on Facebook. Please share us to your friends, to your screen, and we would appreciate that. And Twitter, how you doing? YouTube, the subscription button, and we're live on LinkedIn too. So, Sandra Mendonica, hello to you in Searcy, Arkansas, home of Harding University, where you ate your mascot. Yvonne Palmer, call Bob Woodall, there in Dothan, Alabama. Dan Stone in the Great White North. Yeah, the Great White North. We have a guest here. I'm going to reveal him to you in just a minute. Hey, you like my shirt? The shirt is from $10 Lifestyles. This is one of the I really like these. These are the J Hardy Outdoors shirts. And so this has a big version of this on the back of the shirt. And so the $10 Lifestyle is the cornerstone of the wharf down here, and visit them when you visit us, and they have everything. They have millions of shirts and grills and just everything. They have shoes and everything. George Coster III, hello, from Senatobia, Mississippi. And Heather Olson from Utah. You know, we're going to talk about some stuff out your way here in just a minute. Let's get right to this. We have a guest today. We have a guest. The guest is my younger son, Adam Andrews, with Gulf Coast Nation, and okay, a little quick confession here. This really isn't live. It's recorded. I'm not here. I mean, I'm here, but I'm not here. I know this is airing on Thursday, but it's Tuesday. And Adam and I are recording this for you to watch on Thursday. And so I just wanted you to know that I'm here, but I'm not here. And so now, back to the show. Thank you for joining me, even though it's not me you're joining. It's just like a vision of me, if you will. And he's just back from the road. You just popped in.
Yes, sir.
And where have you been? You were not fishing on the coast.
No, sir. We did a complete 180 and went way inland. We ended up in Idaho.
Really?
Yes, sir.
And so I know what you were targeting.
Yes.
But I don't know why you did this. I mean, I guess you guys got great footage, and it's to be released.
Yes, sir. So we contacted these guys. We got in contact with them, and Jake from Rip and Run Outdoors. And
one of your sponsors?
No, sir. We just fished with him
okay.
a good bit. And he said that he wanted to catch a shark, and we were like, we know people who do that. And so we brought them down here. They caught a couple sharks, and then so we traded them that, and then they took us fishing for this fish. Not gonna say it yet. You got to watch the video.
Well, tell us what it was. Because we don't have video of it.
Yes, sir.
But
we were fishing for sturgeon.
Really?
Yes, sir.
And how big are these things?
Anywhere from 18 inches all the way up to 9 feet.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
And so, what river are you fishing in? What state?
We fished in the Snake River.
In Idaho.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
And how big was the one you caught?
Got one that was 7'1", and then I got another one that was 6'9".
Wow.
Yes, sir.
And you fell in.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that part was a little bit sketchy, but it was still.
But did you get it on film?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, so
Definitely.
that'll
It was
be
worth it.
That'll
Yes.
be on the if you guys have to subscribe to Gulf Coast Nation. Go on YouTube and just click the subscribe button there, and you can see GulfCoastNation.com and keep up with them there. But subscribe to these. I want to ask you, Adam, about two trips specifically
Yes, sir.
that you guys have already posted. These are recent trips, this year's
Yes.
trips. And so you and Dylan have hired 3 guys
Yes, sir.
now.
Yes.
Because you're running 2 charters a night sometimes. And so this is great. This is going great. And of course the come on is you're taking corporate groups and families
Yes, sir.
to catch sharks from the beach.
Yes, sir. Doesn't matter the group size. We've had single person, and this year I ran one trip that had like 98 people in it. It was crazy. I talked to so many people that night. It was insane. Yes, sir.
What was that? Like a fraternity that did it together? Or
No, sir. So we've had this one dude as a client before with other guys, and he was like, I'm going to book with y'all whenever my whole family comes in town. And I was like, perfect, sounds good. We're looking forward to it. And I had no clue that his family had 100 people in it, but it was fun. They were all super cool,
Where were they from?
all over. The main guy was from Mississippi.
Okay.
But everyone else was from all over the United States.
All right. How many states have y'all had clients from now that have driven in to fish with you guys?
I want to say close to 38. That sounds right. We have it on the computer somewhere, but
Right.
it is, sir.
That is amazing. I mean, you've had people drive from California,
Yes,
from
sir.
New York, just because of the
Yes, sir.
videos, and they charter you guys for a night. And,
Yes, sir.
Well, you sent me pictures, and sometimes you'll send me pictures and say, "Don't send these out. We haven't
Right.
posted the video yet." And I'll be looking at these pictures. So tell me first about the hammerhead.
Yes.
Now so Matt's going to roll some video here while we're
Yes,
talking,
sir.
but I was most impressed that when this fish hit and it started screaming off drag, you said, "Looks like we got a hammer."
Yes, sir.
I mean, you could tell it was a hammerhead by how?
Well, different sharks run different ways, and different times of year they run different ways. And so this time of year, I knew that there would be a hammer in that area. And at first I thought that it was a bull shark because they run super fast and stop, then pick it up, go fast, go slow, go fast. And so it picked it up, took a little bit, stopped, and then just took off. And so I was like, all right, this is a big bull shark. And then it just didn't stop. And so then I knew that it was a hammer. And then once we set the hook, the rod boat up, and then it ran in, which is another sign of a hammer. They charge the beach once they feel pressure. And so you just got to keep reeling as fast as you can, get the line tight. And then it took off and dumped about 100 yards of line, 65 pounds. And
65 pounds drag.
Yes,
It's
sir.
65 pounds of pressure to pull that
Yes,
line
sir.
out. And he's holding
yes,
it.
sir. Dom's sitting there holding it while the other
Your
person.
assistant is holding that to keep that
Yes,
guy
sir.
from getting drug out into the
Right.
water. Let's watch a little of this.
Yes, sir.
And so this is, you know, I'm watching this, and you just wade right out there like, yeah, okay, he's coming in. I'm gonna
Best
grab
feeling
hold
in
of
the world.
Well, how did you learn how to do this, Adam? You grew up in my house. I didn't see you practicing this. How does somebody practice this?
You don't really. I mean, once you can grab the leader, then you want your hand on the leader at all times so you can see which way it's going. If it goes slack, the chances are it's coming right for you. And once you get right there, then maybe jump a little bit, like once you think he's there. And like earlier this year, I had a tiger shark and wrapped up on the leader, and then it ran right at me. So I just jumped right whenever it was there and got on the side of it, and then got the tail and brought it in.
And how long do you have to turn them around to tag? Because you're tagging them and releasing them.
Yes, sir. So on
So you're
tiger
taking
sharks,
pictures, and you got your assistant with the bolt cutters to
yes,
get the hook out.
so on tiger sharks and hammerheads, there's a couple more prohibited species, but you can't do anything to delay the release. So what we do is the second that they hit the beach, it's hook out, back out into the water. Hook out, tag in, back out into the water. Sometimes we don't even tag them depending on the species. Like if it's a hammerhead, they die really, really easily. So you hook out, back in as fast as you can
You're
get
just
them.
getting him out.
Yes, sir. If you don't want to deal with 1,000-pound fish washed up on the beach, that would not be a good situation.
Yeah, and this hammerhead was 13 feet long.
So,
It was 13 feet long?
not quite.
Not quite
No,
13?
sir. I wish it was.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
It was over 12?
I'd say right around 12-ish. Yes,
Okay.
sir. A little bit over.
And so that's a 1,000-pound fish
Yes, sir.
at 12 feet. And the video of you, because, you know, you say that they die quickly, so you have to turn them around
Right.
quickly. And so they have to keep moving for the water to flow over their gills. And so you have to physically move them.
Right. Yes, sir.
So you are swimming this fish back out,
Yes, sir.
getting him swimming. And these underwater pictures of you with this 1,000-pound fish,
That's my favorite part of the whole thing. Just I'm most calm underwater, and then whenever there's something that gives me an adrenaline rush, it's the best feeling in the world to be underwater with it. There's no drug could ever make you feel that way. It's the best feeling ever.
you know, your mother says that you have been personally responsible for increasing her prayer life.
You're welcome, Mom.
So, what do your clients say when you or Dylan crawl out of the water and
A lot of them tell us that we're crazy, and I mean they're not wrong. We are kind of crazy, but I mean everything we do, we've done it before. Well, I say that you got to do it for the first time once, but at this point, pretty much everything that we've done it before.
yeah, I mean, you guys there is a method to this. You're
Yes, sir.
calculated in what you're doing.
Right. We don't just go out there and say, I think this will work. This might work. Like, whenever we go fishing, we pretty much know.
Right.
Yes,
There's a strategy to it. So the other clips that I wanted people to see was the night that you sent me the pictures of you in your
bibs.
your bib overalls, yeah. And so you were handling an 11-foot tiger shark in the surf.
Yes, sir.
And so when that video came out, you guys had two 11-footers that night.
One of them was 10.6, and then the other one was 11.2. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So those are just under 1,000-pound fish.
The 11.2, I would give it 1,000 pounds. It was a big female, with tiger sharks, the males are more long and skinny, but the females, they get long and just fat. Like we've had a couple sharks that you sometimes to get the hook out, you straddle them and you can't get your legs around them. They're just like that wide, and you can't get your legs around them.
Wow.
Yes.
And so when the first one, you guys had that one up at the beach before dark.
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes, sir.
And so that unusual to.
This time of year, yes, sir, just because we fish more at night, but they feed all day, the dawn and dusk things. Not true.
That's good to know.
Yes,
yeah.
sir. I think that's something that the tourist industry came up with to make swimmers feel better and feel safer.
Really?
They feed with the tides, not daylight.
And so do people wander by you guys and ask if you're chumming?
Yes,
And
sir.
you don't chum?
We do not chum. That's legal, and it doesn't really do any good. There's already sharks there.
How do you know there's sharks there?
We've seen it on our drone, and the other day, before the clients got there, me and Jack, we swam out to the bar, and we saw probably an 8-foot bull shark out there, and he's just swimming around on the bar where people swim.
And you guys film with you. I guess what kind of cameras?
GoPros.
The GoPros
Yes.
that are attached to you
Right.
and to sticks and
Yes.
to lamp things.
Right.
And you have a setup on the beach that is like nice chairs, a fire sometimes. You have.
We can't do that anymore.
Oh, you can't?
Yes, sir. I wish we could.
Okay.
We loved that in the wintertime.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
But you have pizza delivered.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Pizza delivered. There's 2 pizza places that we order from, and it's
Right. Games
best
for the
pizza
kids.
in the world. Go crab hunting with the kids. Catch them biggest sand crabs they've ever seen.
Really.
Yes, sir.
And so tell me about then you have drones that you also film with.
Yes,
that you
sir.
get some great
Yes,
shots
sir.
with. And so tell me about the test you do for knowing if there's sharks in the water.
If you want to know if there's sharks in the water that you're swimming in, dip your finger in it, swish it around a little bit, then taste it. And if it's salty, then you're pretty close to a shark.
So the other night on this video that we're watching, there you landed one before dark.
Yes, sir.
And so you're fishing the tides, and then after dark, this one, I see you in this clip. You're standing there beside the rod, and it's taking line, and you're letting it do it for over a minute.
Yes, sir.
So how do you know when that you're gonna?
It's a lot of just experience and feel. So with a bait, depending on the size of the bait, how it's running with it, what type of shark you think it is, then that's how long you let it eat, which can be tricky. It's really, really annoying. Like the first year and a half, whenever you haven't gotten everything figured out yet, you miss a lot of fish, a lot of hook sets. And so if you think it's a tiger, like 99% of the time you can tell if a tiger picked up the bait. And so depending on how big it is, a lot of times you can also kind of tell the size of it. Big, confident tiger sharks, they just pick it up and super slow with it. Just pick up the bait, super slow, swimming off. And also a lot of times tiger sharks, they eat turtles. So they have like the strongest bite force out of all of the fish in the sea. So they can come up and bite a turtle shell in half. And so they'll bite a bait in half and then go digest it and make a big circle and remember where that bait is. And then like 30, 45 minutes later, they'll circle back around and pick up the other half.
Really?
Yeah, so we've caught a ton of tiger sharks doing that. And we missed one that would have been a giant because it was, we were out there by ourselves and had a slack line. So at nighttime, we hang lights on the line, so if one grabs it and swims towards us, we'll be able to tell because the light will drop. And so the light dropped, almost to the rod. And so we were getting out of the harnesses because we were reeling everything in. Then it just went back up and stuck. And for some reason that night we ran a whole cow nose ray. So from wingtip to wingtip, it was about that big. And tigers also have real square jaws. And from about like right there to right there, there was big old square. It was probably 12, 8 to 13. It was biggest bite mark I've ever seen. And if we'd have let it sit, we'd have probably caught him.
Wow. Now you and Dylan have each, without clients, have each fought and landed and filmed you catching and landing a great white
Yes, sir.
from the beach.
Yes, sir.
And that's on your Gulf Coast Nation videos too. So I am, as your dad, I am proud of you.
Yes, sir. Thank
but
you.
I'm also a little bit in awe of you, because I used to think that I was a pretty good fisherman,
Yes, sir.
but you have trumped me in the dust. I'm happy that you have, and I'm excited that you're making so many people happy, Adam, and you're helping so many people, and you're conservation minded, and you and Dylan. Somebody sent us a thing that they had just they didn't. It was Miss Edie that knew that it was you guys.
Yes,
And
sir.
so she sent it to Mom, but it was somebody who had met you guys on the beach and just commented on their Facebook thing, what are these guys learning down here? I've just met two of the most polite young men, and Adam Andrews and Dylan Weir, and just, man. And so Edie saw that,
Yes, sir.
knew that you belong to us. And
Yes, sir.
that makes us very proud. And
Thank you.
And so we're glad to thank you for guesting on the show.
Yes, sir.
And,
It was good to see you again.
Yeah, and so we'll put the link to Gulf Coast Nation on the show notes.
Yes, sir. We appreciate
and,
it. We also got new apparel in. I'm wearing one of them right now.
Yeah, look at
Yes,
that.
sir. Got new shirts and hats.
That is nice. Okay, so that's
Yes,
on the
sir.
site,
Yes, sir. It's
Yeah.
on our website.
Gulf Coast Nation.
Yes, sir.
There you
No
go.
doubt.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Yes.
And thank you guys for joining us. And we'll see you next time.